I grew up in Belgium, and it's a very different climate from, say, the United States, where science tends to be politicized in a way that it isn't in Belgium. That being said, there is still the tendency, especially among atheists, to think that if you're a religious believer, that you can't be a serious scientist. It's sort of almost lazy assumption, like, you're such an intelligent person, you can't be a theist. That's something I've personally heard people say, that they just can't believe that would be the case. So there is a tension in that respect that, especially I think from the side of atheists, at least in Europe, I have the sense that they just think that there has to be an inherent conflict. I don't think there has to be an inherent conflict, and I wrote an encyclopedia article on the Stanford Encyclopedia of Philosophy, which you can access, where I look at these different models. So people in science and religion have different models of how the relationship between science and religion is. So they have this idea about conflict, where it always has to sort of fight. Then you have the sort of thing where there's no overlap between them and it's sort of totally separate. Then you have the idea of dialogue, and then where science and religion are in dialogue, and then you've got integration, where they're sort of deeply integrated. And if I had to put myself in that sort of classification, I think I'd put myself in dialogue, in the sense that I don't sort of present completely synergetic models that sort of really put together the religious stuff and the science stuff, but they do inform each other in a sort of dialogue way.